Welcome to this session. In this video, we are going to be looking at formulas. I'm going to be showing you first using the formula bar. This way, what you can do is, or what you will be able to do is, you'll be able to learn new formulas as well. Some formulas that you have not heard of, how is it that you can use? And what I've done is, I have some numbers here 2, 4, and 6 in B3, C3, and D3. And now I go to the formulas tab or the ribbon. And how do I go there? One is either by clicking there, or I can press Alt, the hotkeys that we learned, Alt and M. So if you see here, what is it that I want to do? Maybe I will start with this insert function here. And like I mentioned, formulas are also referred to as functions in Excel. And the shortcut key for that is Shift F3, but I can also press the alphabet, which is F, and it is going to open this. You will be able to see, and here again it is categorized based on the whatever that particular formula does. If it is a financial formula, all the financial related formulas are going to be here. If it is all lookup, you have also, for example, choose column, your VLOOKUP, index and match, all of that comes under here. I'm going to be under the most recently used, and I click on the sum formula. When I do this, it opens a argument like this, which is asking you which is the first number. Right now, if it's selecting this, but I'm going to click here, number one. Where is my number one? That is here. And then I click here in number two, and then I select my number two, and then I go to number three and select this number. And if you see here, it is giving you the value whatever is in that particular cell. In B3 it is 2, in C3 it is 4, and it is also giving you the output here itself. So, and you can also see that result here. So formula's result is equal to 2. If I click on OK, what it does it, so if you see here, it beautifully gives you the formula and the output. So this is one way for you to use the insert function and start working on it. And if you're aware of what the formula is, then you can also use that. Now we have this formula here, and let's dissect this formula. How do we edit this formula? Like I mentioned, either I can double click here, it is going to go here, or I can press in the formula bar. We looked in the previous videos what is a formula bar. I can go to the formula bar here. So this is another way. So either by double clicking here, or clicking in the formula bar, or by pressing the F2 key on your keyboard. And then I want you to notice this color coding. If you see here, the B3 is blue in color, that indicates that it is for this. And then C3 is red for this, and the purple or lavender is for the D3. You can see that it is highlighted. And here, what it is doing is it is separating each of these numbers by comma. Now, is there any other way instead of now? There's a possibility that okay, let me give you that possibility or the scenario. Let's assume I have numbers like this. I'm going to have 2, 4 multiples of 2. We did this in the previous video, so if you have not seen that, I would request you to watch that. Okay. Now, if I have to get the sum of all of these, it is going to be very tedious if I do this, right? Sum, or even if I go to insert function, sum, click OK. No, I have to keep doing this. It's kind of tedious. Okay, so are there alternatives? Are there easier way to do this? Absolutely. So the other way is you give a reference, you give a range from and to. What do you want the sum of? Starting from where to where? And how do you do that? You do that using the colon. Now I'm going to show you the manual way that you start typing formulas. Please remember that formulas always begin with an equal to. So I'm going to say is equal to. Yeah, put in is equal to, not here, maybe I will do that here. Okay. So is equal to, what do I want? I want the sum. So I type SUM. And if you see here, there are a couple of things here. One is it is giving you all the formulas related or containing the word SUM. And it is also telling you what does it do. It says adds all the number in a range of cells. how do we select this? Okay, and this is what I wanted you to remember. Please start getting more comfortable using the keyboard. So I press is equal to SUM, and to select this I need to press the tab key. Okay, I've typed in SUM and I press the tab key, and if you see here now it is telling me number 1, number 2. What are the different ways to select it? If you remember in the previous videos we saw in navigating Excel. So I'm just going to go up arrow because I want it from here, not from the sum, right? So I want it once again is equal to sum. I press the tab key. What do I want the sum of? So I want the sum from starting from here. So I press once the up arrow. And now how do I select it? If you remember, I can select it using the shift key. So I keep doing this. Is there an easier way to do it? Absolutely, right? So how do I jump in Excel? I do this control shift up arrow. So from where once again is equal to sum. Please remember I'm not starting from here, but I'm starting from the above cell, this cell. So how do I go to the above cell? I press the up arrow, and if you can see it is already highlighted. You can also see here in the formula bar that it is B15 is already selected. I don't want the sum of B16. I don't want the sum of the sum. I want the sum of these numbers, which is from B5 to B15. So I press once the up arrow, it is gone there. To select this entire number, one is like I did in the previous one, which is shift up arrow. But if I hold down the control key, which is shift control up arrow, it selects that entire range of numbers. And if you see here, the formula is B5 to B15. So I hit enter 132. Now you know this, so you know that this is the way that it does it. So let's try it another way. So sum is equal. I press the tab is equal to sum. I press the tab. What did I want from B5? So see, if you see here, it is already selected B5 to. I press the colon from B5. If I want from 2, then I put the colon in between to B15. So if you see here B5 to B15, I hit the enter key. So this is the other way. Now, if I want the sum of maybe the even number, all of these are even, but I want the sum of B6, B8, B10. If I want the sum of B6, B8, B10, how can I do that? So I type is equal to sum. What do I want the sum of? I wanted the sum of B6. Okay, I wanted the sum of B6. How do I put the other number? I can put in comma. If I put in colon, it is a range, but I don't want a complete range. I want random numbers from here. So one is B6. Then what did I want? I wanted B8. So I will type B8, and you can see that it is getting highlighted, right? B8 is highlighted now, comma, B10, comma, B12, comma, B14. So now it is going to give me the sum of only these set of numbers. How? Because I used the comma in between. So if I close this, and I've got the sum. I wanted to now generate numbers, multiples of 5. How did we do this? We select these two and then drag it down. Okay. Is there a faster way of doing this? So we looked at going to the using the insert function, then we looked at is equal to sum formula. I'm also going to show you the shortcut key to get the sum. And the shortcut key is wherever you want. So in case you want the sum of these, I will go here. This is where I want the sum. I press Alt on your keyboard. You will have the Alt key. Alt, holding down the Alt key, I press is equal to and hit enter. If you see here, it is again put the formula. What is it once again? Delete this. So in this section, in this cell, I press Alt and equal to. I've got the sum. These are the different ways for you to get the sum of numbers. Now let me also show you alternative. In this case, now I want the sum of B5. Please try it. Those of you who've got it, I want the sum of B5 D, so which is B5. Let me also highlight that B5 D6, B7, and D8. Okay, so these numbers I want B5, and then I want the sum of D6, and then I want the sum of B7, and then I want the sum of D8. I want the sum of these cells. Okay, how can we do this? So those of you who are already familiar and comfortable, please go ahead and try it. So I can type is equal to sum. What are the numbers? So B5, comma D6, comma B7, comma D8. And I've got the sum. I can also do this is equal to sum. Instead of typing it, now I'm going to select it. I want this holding. Now, how do I select this number? If I just select it, it is going to disappear, right? So I select this. To select another number, I hold holding down the control key. Pressing down the control key, I select this. Then I let go. Then I hold my control key again, press on this number. I let go. Then I come to hold down the control key and click here again. So this is another way that you can get the numbers. So I request you to try this and then I will see you in the next video.